rising. The harmony is rising. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games, and the Diamond and Pearl remakes are out now, and I'm very nostalgic about Diamond and Pearl. I played them way back in the day when they first released in the Nintendo DS, but the thing is, I haven't heard the soundtrack of the game since then, and I haven't played the remakes yet, so I thought this would be an opportune moment for us to listen to and talk about this soundtrack, see how well it holds up, see how well I can remember it. This will be less of an in-depth analysis breakdown thing and more of a chill listen through as we remember these tracks and get nostalgic for them. So, let's go. But first, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Do you like things that are free? How about something that's not only free but is also the greatest mobile game of all time? It's Raid Shadow Legends. Use my links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. The newest boss coming to Raid is kinda crazy. It's a Hydra, you know, the snake with many heads. The thing is, each head of the Hydra is an entire boss battle on its own. Like the head of Torment, for example. This head looks and sounds like a death metal album, which is maybe why it's so terrifying. It specializes in using true fear to drag down your team, making you skip your turns and lose access to your skills. It's pretty insane, and the only way to stop it is to hide. You need to bring champions that have Veil or Perfect Veil skills if you want a chance against this head. The head of Wrath, on the other hand, it gets angry, very angry. It weakens and taunts your team, but the real pain comes once you've beat it up a bit. After you've hit it 15 times, the head of Wrath gives itself a scary new buff, Vengeance, which triples its attack power until the end of its next turn. Then it hits you. This thing deals crazy damage, so you need to be careful about letting it get Vengeance, or your team's just gonna, you know, die. So it's best to use champions that hit hard but hit only once. And you know, I was honestly impressed with how much world building and lore there is in Raid. Some of the quests even have these very artistic cutscenes with a ton of world building, cool fantasy music and top-notch voice acting in them. That's really cool, that's the kind of stuff I like in games. Oh, and if that new Hydra boss is not enough for you, Raid is also giving away a super limited edition champion to every player in the game. Some of you might recognize him already. It's esports legend and Na'Vi superstar Simple, you know, with a 1 instead of an I, like this. All you have to do is to log in for 7 days between now and January 28th, and he's yours. If you miss that date, you don't get it. So maybe don't wait around too much. There's seriously never been a better time to get started. Hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic champion Aina, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in-game. Oh my god! All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. This is Route 201. Is this the first route of the game? It sounds a lot like a first route theme. Awesome. It sounds a little bit like It sounds a little bit like the first route theme I remember of the Gen 5 games. There's this combo of woodwinds, flutes, and a kind of a chromatic percussion, like seems to be like a xylophone or a marimba or something like that. This part is my favorite. These chords feel so emotional to me. These two chords here, there's something very spiritual about them. This actual sequence here, it's actually called the Amen sequence. It's very used in religious music and Christian music, Catholic music. And I know I said I wouldn't analyze the music, but I can't help it, apparently. But there's a very spiritual quality to it. Amen. So this is the perfect kind of nostalgia bait for a track like this. You know, it's very silly and fun, but there's just the right amount of emotion and depth, like stuff like this, that sounds very emotional and spiritual, that when you listen to it after a while, it sounds very emotional and deep. Alright, so this one is Mount Coronet theme. Let's go. Ooh, feels kinda jazzy. I think I remember this. Wow, at the beginning I thought this was going to be like a samba, like a synthy kind of samba. Yeah, like this. Sounds like a samba, right? Almost sounds like Animal Crossing music. Animal Crossing Love, there's sambas. But then it evolved into something completely different. The rhythm is all over the place here in a good way. Changing, it keeps evolving. And the interesting thing about this the rhythm is so crazy. Oh, a little break. Wow. Okay, now it's looping back. So never a dull moment with this track because it keeps changing all the time. Nothing repeats in this. But the interesting thing that I was going to say earlier is that the rhythm sounds so crazy and confusing, like in a good way, in a good entertaining way, but at the end of the day it's a very simple rhythm, but the drummer keeps accentuating some weird beats here and there, and that gives that sensation of a very confusing rhythm. But check this out, it's very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a straight 4-beat measure. Very cool, that's a very unique track. Alright, the first track I definitely remembered. This second one I remembered a little bit of it. They're both very cool, but now it's time for some battle music, and this is Giratina Battle theme. Let's go. Bass line. This is gonna go crazy. Ooh, very synthy. Whoa. Wow, this is very... The drums are very speed metal, kind of like... Oh, and there's the guitars. It slowed down. Honestly, with how Cynthia was sounding at the beginning, I thought this was going to evolve into a more techno dance kind of beat. I wasn't expecting the speed metal thing in the percussion, but this sounds very cool. I don't remember this at all. I don't think I played this. Maybe I didn't reach this part, but I don't remember this at all. It's so chaotic. I love the percussion in this. It's a lot of focus on percussion, on the drums. You know what's cool about this? These are real guitars. You know, they're using a lot of synth stuff here like they tend to use with most Pokemon games, and even the orchestral stuff that I've heard so far sounds very video gamey, you know. It's not a real orchestra, it's most likely digital samples, but they are creating a very nice contrast here by using a real guitar here. Like this kind of stuff here makes me think this is real. This kind of bend sounds very human, the vibrato sounds very human. Awesome melody. What is this time signature? See how they're blending a lot of synth. Wow, sounds weird. Nice. I love how they stop the drums. You get used to it, and when they come back, sounds so cool. Interesting as well how the bass just keeps holding this note here. Yeah, no doubt, this is absolutely a real human being playing this guitar. Oh, it's gonna slow down again. Sounds so weird and outworldly, you know. Hold up, I wanna figure out that weird time signature from before. Oh, okay, it's not that crazy. They just switched to a 6-beat measure, and the entire track before that and after that is 4. So they are on 4 and they switched to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now it's time for Champion Cynthia Battle theme. I think this one was actually the one that you guys requested the most, so let's go. Okay, see, this was more of what I was expecting in the previous track. Nice. This is awesome harmony. Hold up, I have to play this. Ooh, nice melody. Different vibe now. It's rising. The harmony is rising. Oh, and there's the guitar again. This is so hyper. Oh. Did you guys hear that little sound going down and down in pitch and getting more and more out of tune as it went down? That's a cool effect. Almost feels like something falling down. Oh, this is the short track. It's looping already. This part is my favorite. You know what's cool about this part? This chord here. This chord, the last one there, this one, it's not supposed to be a happy chord. Remember when I talked about the sequence of happy chords that they're using here? They're inserting happy chords even in spots where technically there should be sad chords. So that's really cool. It creates such a hyper excited vibe for this track, which, you know, it's a vibe that suits a battle like this very well. Hey, if you like Nintendo games like Pokemon, maybe you like Zelda as well, I have a video here where I ranked all the Zelda soundtracks ever. It's kind of an old video, but it's still one of my favorites that I've done here on the channel. And over here I'm gonna put a playlist with all the reaction videos that I've done so far to video game music. And remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.